We're going to be talking about a few topics in this video. Mainly, is it worth being a mechanic in 2026? But first off, we got this car in. Watch. So there's a sound it makes. It's been pretty annoying. It's just one piece underneath the steering column. And it's like a little star piece. We're going to change that real quick. First off. But at first, you remove this trim panel. This trim piece, whatever it's called. And then you got to remove this piece right here. Be kind of careful with it. It just pops out. There you go. And there's going to be a few bolts right here. Just a regular Phillips head. One down here that I probably can't reach. Alright, never mind, I can. And there's going to be two more right at the bottom. Hopefully you guys can see it. Got two right there if I can get it out. There's going to be another one right there. Hold up. God damn it. God damn it. What the hell? No way. Okay, there you go. Alright. And then, what else? Oh, crap. Okay. So we got, remove this. There's two, what are they like? Oh, no. There's regular ones too. Let me see. Alright, this should just pop up. Same thing, get this. Never mind, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Anyways, take this off, little fuse box. And then it should just pop right out. Yeah, it should. Okay. I guess you don't even have to take those two off. Same thing, it should just pop out. Same thing with the other side. Alright, get back to you guys when I get it off. Got it off. So it's this, it was like that. It's a pull out. So with these ones, you just kind of pull it this way and then pull. And this one, you have to force it out. But anyways, and then there's a few connections. So there's one for the OBD. Make sure you get those. There's two bolts for that. And then there's a connection right here. So you can get this piece off once you add it off. Just put it wherever. Alright. But getting back into the topic, is it worth being a mechanic? I think so, just depending on what brand you pick. Because all brands have like, all brands have certain difficulties. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get, hold on, let me get the tools and I'll be right back. Back to what I was saying, every brand has their headache cars. Because some are easy to work on and some that aren't. Every brand has that. And then this just, okay. So first, there's 2, 4, 5 bolts on this plate up, and these should be 10 millimeters. Goes off real quick. The piece should just come off. Make sure you keep everything organized too, because you don't want to lose anything. Right there. All right, like I was saying. Hold up. And make sure you keep all your stuff organized, because you don't want to put it back together and then you're missing a bunch of stuff. So I'll put those right there. Okay, what else was there to take off? Okay, I think you just lower this, and there's two bolts right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's one right here, and then one on the other side that holds it from falling down. You're gonna need a jack stand for this part. So then we'll grab it real quick and I'll go back. Alright, I was just saying you need a jack stand for this, just so you can hold this up, because once you take, oh, my mom's coming, hold up. Back. So to get easier access to these two bolts, I'm not sure if you can see them, but they're right here. They're 12 millimeters. It's easier if you take this top piece off. It just goes right here. Just pop that thing off. Loosen that. Make sure you have your jack stand ready, because after you take the other side off, this is probably gonna fall. So what the hell should I put? Probably right there somewhere. And then, okay, let me see. Let me get that bolt off real quick, or that nut off. Alright, right here. Oh my God. Okay, getting back on the topic. My bad if I'm kind of thinking of the stuff to say. I haven't really rehearsed this. It's my first, just decided to make a video on this because I was already gonna do it. And then alright, so to reach this one, pretty easy. You get this, reach it over there. Hope you guys can see it. Am I recording? I am. Loosen that fucking thing. Ah. Well, it should just be falling out. That's interesting. Let me see what else I need to take off. Let me figure it out and I'll let you guys know.
These wirings. I can't do it with one hand, so I gotta put down the camera. Remove.
Okay, alright, I got it. So, one right here for the fuse box. Right there, and another one right there. Oh my god, don't fall. Okay. And then from what the video I've seen, it said there's 2 more in the back. So, let me see. Let's see if I can find those. Oh, okay. Okay, so those are 2 12s. Let me go get a 12 real quick. Right here. These tools come in handy like crazy. So make sure you get some. Alright. You guys can see that. I'm gonna try to take off. Alright, there, let me get them. It's gonna be one more. Right there. Put the camera down. So that's what we're looking for right there. So it's that. I don't know why it didn't fall. It's right there. That's what we're looking for right there. Fuck. Let me see if I can get that fucking ball. Alright, that's what we're looking for right here. These 2 right there, 13s. And this should be okay. Make sure you have the jack on that. Alright. And then there's like 2 Torx ones right here, one right there, one up front. I think there's just, I'm assuming there's just 2. Let me figure out the size real quick and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I did a few things. I took the fuse box thing off so you got more space to go down. And I have it tucked on this box right here just so it won't get struck. I don't want any of this shit to break because it already looks like a mess already. So there's these little Torx. It's a Torx 227 right here. And there's 2 more I have to get to. Shouldn't be that bad. I hope not. Let me get that off real quick. Let me show you guys right here. T27. It's kind of hard to get to unless you have a 1/4 inch like little ratchet wrench, but I don't have that one right now. And then you use one of these breaker bars. Just move some of the stuff out of the way. rest you can just do by hand. My bad if I'm getting a little sidetracked. I want to get work done while I talk to you, but yeah, it all depends on what brand. I say do research on different brands, and then that make your decision based off that. I don't want you guys just to start off any brand. You're like, damn, this brand sucks. Like, a lot of people say Subaru sucks, Kia, stuff like that. Like, one of my favorite brands, probably like Ford and Chevy. Those are pretty easy, but a lot of them are starting to get like a bunch of electronics in them, so that's kind of what's fucking them up. But it's a good career to start off, and it all depends on your hobbies too. If you like working on cars outside of work, try not to get a mechanic job. Only because it'll probably kind of ruin it. Because if you're having a hard time at work, you won't want to come home and have to worry about a car. Does that make sense? Let me see. I think there should be one more back here. Where the fuck? How am I gonna get to that? I'll right back. I got a solution. Let me see. Hold on. Get this little swivel. This. And this little baby one right here. Let me see if I can get it out with this. I can't even get to it. Alright, I'll get back to you guys in a bit. I need to take this off. I don't have enough space. Alright, I got it out. Had to reach in under there. Grab it. Alright. Now it should just wiggle out. Yep. Alright, let me see if I can get a better angle. I don't know if you guys can see that. All that fucking plastic crap. That's all right here. It's a rubber piece. All that's in there. I don't know if you can see. That piece right under my hand contacts that piece, and they're both metal, and that rubber grommet is the only thing that kind of stops it from getting like metal to metal contact. Watch, let me go grab that piece real quick and I'll go show you guys. All that noise for this little piece right here. Alright, just for an example, this goes right here, and then it stops from being metal contact. Kind of sucks they fucking put this little piece. Look at this shit. God damn. But yeah, let me replace this. And they don't look the same either. Hope it's the right piece. Fuck. Should be. Okay, it is. Okay. Alright, well, let me clean all that shit out of it, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, there they are. Rubber piece. Alright, and this should go. I don't think it really matters. They look the same. Alright, so you just put it in like that, and then slip down, and then you get the other piece, and it should sit. So you might have to, the piece that goes on top of that, you might have to spin a little bit just so you can see right. Watch me see if I can get a video there real quick. Well, there you go. Same process. Put these on there by hand first, so you won't cross through the hell out of them. Because if you cross through the hell out of these, it's probably gonna suck. So there's one. There's three. Remember, one right here, one right there, and then one behind this. So I'm gonna tighten up those real quick, and then I'll get back to you guys. I'm trying to put this thing back together. It's probably gonna be a pain in the ass. I got it. I was having a problem. There's this little hook things like this. So you're supposed to pull the column down and then up into the hole and then in. And that hook holds this from falling down. That was the whole thing I was missing. So instead of the hook going into like up into that little space, it was bumping into the side of it. So that's why I couldn't push it up. But I got it now. Like I said, those two back bolts, there's one right there and one on the other side. And don't forget to bolt these bolts back up. All the connections, stuff like that. And then, alright, I'm gonna start doing that now. Just in case I forget. I'm gonna fast forward all this. Always make sure to plug all the stuff back in. So I unplug this one. Honestly, I don't know what it's for, but just plug that back in. There you go. Make sure it pops. Make sure you check everything else. This, you know what? This might go to the back of the fuse. Or does it? It does. God damn it. Alright, let me take that fuse box right now real quick. Alright, then make sure you start plugging everything in. This one goes right here. Not sure what it's for. And then this one routes under this little insulation piece right here. Right under there. Plug it right in. Make sure you hear it pop. And then these two, let me see. Oh, no way. Alright. See, this is why you double check stuff. Because, if you can see, these got caught behind that. Nope. Okay, never mind. Like I said, make double check stuff. It could have been caught even worse, but it wasn't. So, let me put this back. Just go right here. Let that hang for now. Now that I'm pretty sure everything is hooked back up. Before you do anything inside, like disconnecting stuff, make sure you disconnect your battery first. Just in case. You never know. Alright. Get all this stuff out of the way. Remember, always make sure you fix the problem before you start putting everything back together, because you don't want to put everything back together and it doesn't fucking start. Alright. Make sure it starts. Alright, and then... Nope. No more cooking sound. You turn everything off and make sure you put everything back on together. Alright, everything's back together. Again, my bad for getting off topic so much. I was just trying to get this done. But like I said, it all depends on what brand you pick, your mindset, hobbies outside of work. What I mean by brand, because every brand has like their own like ups and downs. There's some brands that are easy to work on. There's some brands that are harder to work on, especially now that we're getting into more like EV stuff, and like cars are starting to have more electronics. They're starting to have more issues. And then talk about hobby wise, if you like working on cars outside of work, I'd recommend probably not being a mechanic as a career, only because it might kind of demotivate you to work on your stuff outside of work. Because if you're having a hard time at work, you're not going to want to go work on the stuff you have at home. And then mindset, you can't have a weak mindset coming into this, because this job's kind of hard. Like this was pissing me off a while ago. I couldn't get the column up and line up with the 2 bolts, and then I couldn't put the 2 bolts on the back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys learned some. This is a 2013 Hyundai Sonata. If your steering wheel is making a clicky noise when you turn it, it's probably because of this. And this video will show you how to replace that. It's pretty simple. The only thing that gave me a problem was this. But I see you guys on the next one.